This video, I'm going to show you how to model an HDB Precast Building. So to find more about HDB Precast Building, you can just simply Google HDB Singapore. So this HDB is a standard housing here in Singapore. Okay, let's start with this model. I have the grid line here, and I can just simply add the drawing or DWG. Okay, I'll just turn on that one, or you can insert a DWG. So this one is an HDB, a block of HDB. So as you can see here, you have a different elements here in DWG format. Okay. Okay, so in this case, I'm not going to model that one by one or using the element by element, but I'm going to use a macro for the HDB. So we have created here in Southeast Asia a system component for HDB. Since HDB is something like a standard here in Singapore, so most of the precaster here are doing this HDB. So we created the macro, and then you can find that one now in our warehouse. This one is just a newly uploaded macro in Tekla structure, or yeah, in Tekla structure warehouse. Okay, just download it and then install it. And then once you install it, you can have the you can go now to the application and component. Okay, under the application and component, you will find the HDB component, which is this. And as you can see here, you have this HDB AC ledge, or if I can just simply double click on this, so you can see these are the different elements in to be used in HDB Precast Building. So this one is the aircon ledge. So you have the parts. Okay, you have this HDB beam, right? So with the packet, HDB Civil Defense Shelter, or they call it as CD shelter or household shelter. So this one with some ventilation and holes and parts. And then HDB column, wherein you can see that you can change this one to 1-tier or 2-tier column. You have the option to add also the splice sleeves and also some connection to the column. And then the HDB precast duct. Okay, so and then you have this facade, the famous facade for the HDB, wherein you have the canopy, the seal, and the connection at the end or the side, the features. So you will have it. And also another thing here is there is a HDB facade with the option of one opening or two openings. So here you have created one opening, if one opening. So this is the option, and two opening, or there's some case 3 and case 4 and so on. So features, rebar information, and then we have also this L-shaped facade, so left or right bending, yeah, within opening, one opening or two opening as well. Gable end wall, okay, with the insulation. Hollow wall is another thing. And then infill wall, so you have the option to change the beam in the infill wall. And then what else? You have the HDB parapet. I can change the head, and then the canopy, and then special option with the volumetric wall. So it will change the option here. Just simply select this without the wall, or become a volumetric wall, or with some opening on the parapet. Also the planks, or the LPS, the refuse chute, okay, and then the staircase. So here in staircase, we have a standard number of threads, so we just simply select the number of threads here, and then it will add in our model. So I do have also this sunbreaker, and that's all. So what we're going to do now is we can add now the facade first. Okay, so I'll just simply show you how to use it. So basically, if you create this facade using the elements, so you need to model that one by one. So here you have a wall, and then you have the opening, so you need to add the different details on this. But in this case, since we have this HDB component, so all I have to do is to choose the facade wall, open it, and then here I can just simply click 1 and then 2. Okay, here 2, and whatever you can see here in the in our dialog box can be found here. So if I control 2, so this one will have also the reinforcement. So now, as you can see, you have all these parameters that you can find in our system component, wherein if you change, let's say, for example, I am going to change here to 1000, so the opening will become small, and then look at the reaction of the reinforcement. Modify, so the reinforcement changes. Okay, so 500, and then modify. So if I want to have a other option, like let's say the details, let's say for the canopy, I want this type of canopy, then modify. So I'm going to have, okay, maybe not this one, the custom profile. Custom profile meaning I can just simply change the size of this one. So let's say for the okay, let's say choose the canopy 300, and then modify. Then here you can change the size of the canopy. So let's go back to the original. Then you have now the canopy. Again, if I want to have some features here, let's say I don't want this feature, I'll select this one, modify, then there's no feature there. So you can add and remove that options. Also for the beam, you have the size of the packet here. So as you can see here, the details, the size of the packet, you can change. Let's say if this one is 100, modify, so it changed 400. And for the end connection, so here you simply click, and then you can have a different connection here. All right, so more or less the standard what do you call that, standard options according to the of course according to the HDB standards is already captured here in the Tekla structure system component, or HDB system component. And if you have some options, or if there's some information that is not available in this facade, then of course you can always explode, and what you can do is just simply modify that one manually. The good thing is you have these system components that you can use to start your project. This one is very good for your tender works. Okay, so let's say I'm going to use the other option here, which is the opening, 2 openings. So if I say K1F4, which is this one, so if you notice here, I have some attributes that save already, so I will just simply load it. And then here, the opening, I have 2 opening. If I pick this point and the other end point, so immediately I have now this facade with 2 opening. Now you will notice here that this facade 2 opening, you can see that there's a mesh here. So I have created a rule here inside the system component that if this one is 500 or less, then or less than 500, then this mesh will change to a loop bar or links. If it is more than 500 or more, this one become a mesh. So now let's say I'm going to change this one to 450 and then modify. So you will notice that this one changed to link. If this one changed to 500, modify, then this one changed to a mesh. Okay, so that's the thing that you can do in the system component. So now these are the two example of the HDB element, which is the facade with one opening and the facade with two opening. Now let's say I want to add this CD shelter. Okay, this one is the one of the famous precast element in Singapore. This household shelter or the bomb shelter. They call it a bomb shelter. So here I can just simply go to this CD shelter. Just double click on this one. Again, I'll just simply select let's say HS1. Just load, apply, and then pick the position 1 and then 2. So as you notice here, just simply click 1, 2. I have already the CD shelter. And then the best thing here is if I press Control or Shift 2, you can see that the massive amount of reinforcement. This is how the CD shelter in standard in HDB, that you can see a lot of reinforcement inside this precast element. Okay. All right. So now other option is the other side of the CD shelter doesn't have a back wall. So what I should do is I will call another attributes load. So here I have the option with back wall or without back wall. So this time I don't have the back wall. I just simply apply this one and then pick 1 and then 2. Then there you go. So you have now the other side of the CD shelter. All right. Okay, and then the other thing, let's say for example this refuse chute. Just look for the refuse chute here. Where is that refuse chute? Okay, here. Then all you have to do is just simply, because this one is a standard height and standard size, all you have to do is to click one point. All right, and so on. So a lot, most of the HDB elements are available here in our precast HDB precast macro. Okay. All right. So this is how the you model it one by one. All right. Now, in case that you want to go further, okay, in the development, once you have this precast macro in your library, okay, once you have this precast macro in your library, if you know some what do you call that programming, you can bring it further. So let's say for example, I want to have the AutoModel. So meaning using the coordinate system. Okay, so I will get the coordinate system of each and every element, and then you can put that one inside your Excel. You can put this one inside your Excel file, and then what you can do here is you can specify the component name, which is the one I've shown you earlier, the K1F series, the PC or the precast, and then here you can see the component ID, and then you have the start X, Y, and Z, which is the start point, and then X, Y, Z end, that is the end point, and then this is the attributes name. So in this case, what you can do is, if once you have this Excel file, then you can create another application, which is this one, the AutoModel. So inside this AutoModel, if I click this precast component, what it will do is it will read the Excel file, which is this. Okay, it will read this Excel file from this small application, and then it will read the start and end of the particular component, and then it will model that one in our Tekla structure model. Okay, so if now I'm going to press this model. So what I have done here is I have 2 floors of this one block of HDB. After we finish that one, then what we can do is we will just simply copy another 8th floor so that we can see the 10-story building of this HDB building. Okay, so just one click. So as you notice here, automatically it will model it, because this application is reading the Excel file. And then the good thing is, while modeling it, you can rotate that one also. All right, so just we'll just wait for a while it will model all these elements in this plan. Okay, right, and you will notice here the reinforcement is also included. Yeah, so you can imagine if you are going to model this one by one, it will take some time for you to finish this project. But again, the purpose of this component is for you to can easily model an HDB, especially for tender stage. This one is a very good option for you, so you don't need to spend much time, and the details will be available also. Okay, so it's about to finish the 2 floors. Okay, so I'm going to close this AutoModel application, and then all I have to do is just simply put it this way, and then select maybe okay, select the whole 2nd floor, and then just simply copy linear. Okay, so maybe I'm going to copy another 8 floors. So this one, let's say 2885. Okay, and then copy. So there you go. So now it's copying all the 2nd floor for another 8 floors. Okay, by the way, I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's supporting my YouTube channel. Thanks for your support, and for your emails. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, there you go. So now I have this 10-story building, the HDB 10-story building. So of course, if you want to clean up, then you can just simply redraw, so that to remove all the points. Okay, and then if you notice here, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will just add another floors, because my view depth is a little bit low. Okay, or let's say footwork area. All right, so I have now this 10-story building, right? Okay, so in this case, you just model a 10-story HDB building using our system component.